Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Unhitched Female Season 21 finished with Jenn Tran and Devin Strader proposing to one another, yet after the last rose Unique uncovered that Devin had severed the commitment, and presently Reality Steve is uncovering a few colossal sensations about Devin's supposed perilous way of behaving towards an ex. All through the Lone Ranger Season 21, Devin was a polarizing figure. He didn't coexist with a great deal of different men, including Sam McKinney, Thomas and Gwen, and Aaron Erb. However, he prevailed upon Jenn by being transparent about his sentiments. Nonetheless, after the Lone Wolf Season 21 finale, Devin became perhaps the greatest antagonist in the show's two-decade history. While trying to safeguard himself via online entertainment after the finale, Devin delivered private instant messages among him and Jenn. He got enormous reaction for this, and he in the long run eliminated the post. Presently, Reality Steve is blaming Devin for far more regrettable way of behaving towards one of his exes. On September 16, 2024, Reality Steve partook in a YouTube Live, in which he claimed that one of Devin's exes had a controlling request against him when he was an understudy at Louisiana State College, LSU, quite a while back in 2017. On May 4, 12 days before Jenn's last rose function in Hawaii, Reality Steve got an Instagram DM that supposed that Devin had a limiting request against him from an ex. In any case, it was only after September that Reality Steve tracked down the archives to demonstrate that the data in the DM was valid. Reality Steve shared the reports during the YouTube Live, including a sworn statement for Devin's capture warrant, which Reality Steve brought up involved openly available report and not fixed. It was from a cop with the Rod Rouge Police Division from April of 2017. The record expressed that on Walk 19, 2017, the officials answered a location regarding a thievery where the casualty prompted the officials that she had been away, and got back home to find her room burglarized. The person in question and Devin had quite recently separated, and he lived only 2 entryways down from her. She likewise expressed that Devin never had a key or unaccompanied admittance to her loft while they were dating. The cop who answered the call had informed the cop who composed the report that the casualty's room was the main room in the home that seemed to have been rifled through. The official likewise expressed that there was a gems box that had been gone through, a wrecked container of scent, and a cosmetics plate that was unloaded out. A precious stone neckband that Devin had purchased for the casualty when they were dating was the main thing that had been taken. All of the apparel in her storerooms seemed to have been gone through during the burglary. Devin had entered the condo through a side entryway that didn't lock well overall. The casualty at times utilized a clay blade to get into the condo when she didn't have her keys. She had informed Devin regarding this. Since the casualty said a final farewell to Devin, he didn't have consent to be at the house. She expressed that Devin had come to her home, beating on the entryway a few times and shouting at her. This had happened a few days before the robbery. She had been remaining at her mom's home for a few days since he'd beat on the entryway. She'd likewise documented a limiting request against Devin. The official suggested that Devin be accused of robbery of a possessed dwelling. The official had spoken with the casualty on April 5, 2017, and that's what she expressed. When Devin was presented with the limiting request, soon thereafter, he made a fire out in the road with what gave off an impression of being the controlling request. A tire on her vehicle was likewise straightened, and she expressed that while she was having it changed, Devin came outside and started snickering at her. Reality Steve likewise has a report wherein Devin's ex blamed him for disregarding the brief limiting request. She expressed that she was censuring Devin for abusing the limiting request various times. She composed that he requested to converse with her in a bar, to which she said that she unsteadily concurred, however it was a tremendous error. That's what she added. A couple of days after the fact, he called her 2 times, once in the first part of the day and once in the early evening. He likewise put a letter in her post box, admitting his affection, and saying that she was the best thing to happen to him, and that he was grieved. That's what Devin's ex added. 2 days from that point forward, on April 25, 2017, she got a thump on her entryway at 4:30 a.m. since Devin was captured for DWI. Reality Steve had the record from the East Cudgel Rouge Sheriff's Area of Expertise confirming this. Devin had told the cop that she was his better half and he needed to converse with her so she could rescue him from prison. She told the cop that she had a controlling request against him, and the official apologized for awakening her. She then, at that point, expressed that she got 4 calls from Devin after the official left with him. Soon thereafter, he thumped on her entryway and called her multiple times while ringing the doorbell. On May 1, 2017, Devin sent her a message, telling her the amount he cherished her and needed to converse with her. He swore that it would be the last time. Devin additionally called her again in the wake of sending the messages. She stated, "Please. This needs to stop. I can't carry on with my existence with him proceeding to reach me, even with a controlling request." Reality Steve expressed that once he got the oath for Devin's capture warrant, he reached the ex. He knows her name and her Instagram account. He sent her 2 messages, which she's perused, however has not answered. Reality Steve said that her companion, who approached in May about Devin, imagines that she most likely won't have any desire to approach. Reality Steve added that he realizes the reason why Devin's ex got the controlling request against Devin in light of the fact that individuals related with her let him know the explanation, but, since she hasn't answered him, he will not unveil it. Reality Steve said that all he'll say is that she documented a controlling request against him for something more serious than digital badgering. Reality Steve then, at that point, uncovered one more archive that expressed Devin's discipline for all that occurred. He confesses charged. The court conceded the burden of sentence regarding this situation for a time of 1 year, and put Devin on solo probation for that period with the extraordinary states of the probation that the blamed. Reality Steve likewise uncovered homophobic DMs from April 22, 2017, from Devin to a gay man who knew about the circumstance, which he sent in all of his theatrics with his ex. The exclamation-filled messages included proclamations, for example, "Hello H********, think about who's getting their F******************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** clicked next time I see you. He additionally expressed, teach yourself on the circumstance gay kid. Reality Steve said that the messages were posted on TikTok, and afterward promptly brought down. Reality Steve said that, from all that he knows, the limiting request has been fixed, so he was unable to get it. He expressed that he realized that individuals would have been vexed that the unhitched female makers had close to zero familiarity with it, yet he recognized that they probably won't have known. Nonetheless, different records were promptly accessible. Reality Steve said that the show likely ought to have had some significant awareness of it in light of the fact that, on the off chance that he could get the records, they could have as well. He said that the show obviously needs to improve. Reality Steve expressed that it irritated him that the Lone Wolfus makers cast somebody on the show who had a controlling request against him. He conjectured that they'd say that they didn't have the foggiest idea, and that they'd never purposely projected somebody who'd had a limiting request against him. Nonetheless, Reality Steve added that they ought to have known. He said, on the off chance that I'm ready to get the records, for what reason mightn't? These are public reports. Reality Steve speculated that Jenn is familiar with this, and she presumably found out as of late, yet not during recording. The truth Steve stunners about Devin have fanned the fire of him being perhaps of the greatest antagonist in Lone Wolfus history. These allegations have been upheld with records from Reality Steve, so it'll be intriguing to check whether Devin revolts against it. He is by all accounts purpose on re-establishing his standing, so maybe he will. This present circumstance is very lamentable, and the unhitched female needs to improve projecting from now on.